Ben TV, here we go. My man's got SR in his fucking clan tag, and he's not even playing right. What are you doing, bro? Come on, man. Ah! Oh, I did not want to do that. Well, that's just perfect timing, isn't it? I've had enough of Call of Duty. All right, here we are right off the rip. We're spectating quads right now. The moment they decide they want to let me know when I can spectate. We've got a down teammate. We need to make our way towards our teammate and help him out, and so does Beto. So look at this teamwork instantly right off the rip, right? You got two guys already dead. You've got us sitting here instead of helping or retreating. And our teammate Beto is still 47 meters away. And then on top of that, Henny goes for the XC instead of playing his life. Now, that whole fight was just a debacle in the beginning anyway, or the entire time. The enemy team played together. One went down before he can get executed. Of course, his teammates were there to collapse. People stack in this game. People play together in this game, and you guys need to do so as well. Don't recommend stacking. I always recommend playing together. Try to avoid holding hands. If you saw my recent TikTok, you know what I'm talking about. But no teamwork at all. Now, look, Mito, he's not really there 100%. You know, we've got him running into walls and shit. We've got the gas coming in, and he doesn't give a flying fuck. We should make our way to the armored vehicle right-hand side. That's probably the best way to escape this, even if we're faster than the gas. Let's all be honest. There's gonna be a lot of people gatekeeping and running in as well that are probably gonna kill us. But you know what? We're gonna come up here and we're gonna climb this shit instead, because fuck it, dude. We're all here to have fun. Call of Duty's about fun. Let me just tell you guys a little secret. Warzone was not created for fun. Warzone and battle royales were at its core designed and developed for competition. That's purely the reason why. There's a lot of fun video games out there for sure. But if you just came in here to climb mountains and ladders and just stare at walls and run into them and shit and lick windows and all that stuff, go play like World of Warcraft, Viva Pinata, motherfucking Minecraft. A lot of great games out there for you. And if you have a teammate out there that plays like that and you're kind of questioning their motives and if they really belong here, make sure you share this video with them. All right, but here we have Henny. Yeah, I wouldn't buy back Beto. I wouldn't do it. Random or not, bro. Oh, hell no. I would have picked up that portable buy, but I'm not really sure what the hell he was doing. And you know what, man? Let's go back to that initial fight real quick, too. Again, with the lack of teamwork, they were literally getting picked off one at a time. And Beto ended up dying to his own demise, but regardless, that team blew through them. Was that team more skilled? We don't know, but there's a good chance they might not have been. But because these guys aren't working together, and a lot of your teams aren't as well, you're losing gunfights. You definitely deserve to be winning, just because, again, the teamwork aspect. If we're talking solos, it's another issue, but when it comes to, again, duos, trios, or quads, teamwork is the dream work. It's not just a corny saying we all say for the fun of it. It's actually the truth. But Henny does seem like he's definitely the carry of the team. We've got pings going out, and unfortunately, Surpass was not paying attention. And here is Sparky sitting in the bathroom, terrified for life. And a lot of guys right now are like, "A savage! There's a mortar on him." That's still not an excuse to sit there like this at all. So once again, the team carry, and really the only one doing anything and playing the game, is on his own. And let's see what he does. And again, it's a 4v1, now a 3v1. So if this team does collapse on him, it's going to be very difficult for you to outplay the situation. You have to really hope that you're able to pick him off. Now let's talk about this fight real quick. Well, what I would have done was vaulted up on the outside second floor where he just was, where he flared off. Would have vaulted up those little blue containers and onto the roof, giving me leverage. That way these guys can't 3-stack me. They can sure Semtex me, drill charge me if they have that. But again, it's going to make it harder for them to kill me as opposed to what just happened. Again, you want to try to outplay the enemies by getting high ground, by getting in spots that you can have leverage on the enemy instead of just hiding or running into your death. Now, fortunately for Henny, this game won't last so long. And yeah, I meant to say fortunately. He deserves a better team than this. Sparky on the hunt right now. So let's go ahead and have a chat again, dudes. Look, we all have teammates out there that are just out here doing whatever. And look, if you guys are just literally leaning back, smoking, drinking, whatever, just enjoying your day, and you just hop on Warzone for the banter, I feel you. That's really the only reason I play this shit too. But If you guys are like, I'm tired of getting shit on, I'm tired of being killed by sweats and bots and blah, blah, blah. Again, the way you guys can really elevate your gameplay as a squad is, again, by playing as a team. There's really no reason to be running off and getting picked off. We've yet to see a team fight from this squad in quads, a team-based game. It's weird. It's so weird. Whether you're playing DMZ, zombies, whatever the case is, there's always a team aspect to it that players just forget about. It's all the me, me, me mentality. And then when players die, guess what? They're blaming you, and you know it. We got teammates that do that shit all the time. They 1v4 and they die and they're like, where y'all at? But they just ran off on their own. When in reality, again, y'all gotta link it in, lock it in. You need an IGL, you need someone to make those in-game calls. When you're playing pubs, again, let's get our asses going. I can't see how much money they have as a squad, but I would imagine one of the teammates, probably Henny, has enough for a buy. So again, let's make our way to that buy. And the best way to do that in my eyes is get to the balloon and zip our asses there. Why? Because as we're getting to the balloon, one, we get there faster, and two, when we're in the sky and we have elevation, guess what? We can get our eyes on everything around that area and see if someone's camping it, someone's going to the buy, and kind of get a little bit better story than if you just run in. Because if we just run in, dude, with all these buildings and rooftops, especially a buy on the edge of the gas, there is a very good chance he's gonna get his ass cheeks clapped worse than me, Khalifa. Savage, you shouldn't say that. And again, look, I don't know what we're doing. I'm all for opening boxes and going after loot to get the money as we're doing this, but this is a very slow way to loot the building. Not to mention going up the second floor and third floor and into bathrooms and shit really isn't necessary. Just hit the ground level of the buildings and again, make your way to the buy actively. All right, yeah, your boy left. Not surprised there, dude. And all he saw was just Sparky's gameplay, and he knew damn well he was fucked. There's no way he was gonna win this game, so he went ahead and left. So now I've lost a team carry, and I'm pretty sure everyone on this team is dropping donuts. Oh, look at this. Even when we down the enemy, there's no haste. There's no like sense of urgency to do anything. He just takes his time and just fucks off. And then goes for the execute. Now, to be fair, aim assist. Let's be honest. That aim assist for these players is why we all hate it. For these players here. But again, the moment I got the knock, yo, sprint towards the enemy, get the execution, pop your reload, make sure you're good, then start doing shit. Or get the buy and then do that. But he sat there, he bot walked to the enemy, looked down, shot it, looked back up, looked to the left. Dude was walking around like he was fucking Terminator who just woke up from 4-year slumber. And again, he had 6 grand, so he had enough for 2 buybacks and he only got back 1 guy. Not really sure what the fuck just happened. How to regain is going to be it's a really good strategy to learn. Compared to Warzone 1, this BR is extremely difficult to regain. No doubt about that, dude. People are always camping buys. People are always camping loadies, especially in ranked. And we'll leave that for a video for another day once we start hitting ranked videos. But there's so many things you guys can be doing to get your squad mates back. He should have been aware of his money. He should have been aware of the time, but he wasn't. He just got a kill and assumed no one else was around. Guess what? Team-based game. He killed 1 guy in quads. There's probably 3 more, and lo and behold, 2 more came and shit down his throat. All right, now this vehicle here, a lot of people have this sense of safety when they're in a vehicle, but let's just be honest real quick. These vehicles are death traps. You want to get yourself away from these areas as fast as possible and get out of the vehicles as fast as possible. There's a buy station on the right-hand side we just passed up with a lot of buildings. People normally don't hit. That's where I would have gone. That way I would have gotten my shit quickly and safely. Because when you go to an airport buy, there's always the cardinal rule about airport. There's gonna be fucking people here. You might get loot, you might get this, you might get that, but there's a good chance there's a team already camping this buy station. Fucking weird. It's just common sense at this point. And a lot of you guys are like, Savage, we all know this. Do we? Does everyone really know this? One of the weirdest comments I get on my channel is, Savage, not everyone's a sweat. You're right, not everyone's a sweat. Clearly, 90% of players aren't sweats, but it doesn't mean you guys shouldn't be playing a first-person shooter, having the objective to be a better player. Like, if you just want to play a game and suck at it, actually, I'll have an analogy for that, because no one does that, unless you're fucking mental. And in fights like that too, brother, he would have been better off holding the angle. He would have been better off repositioning, but instead he kind of just ran right here in the middle of the parking lot. No cover, no concealment, no escape route, nothing. Going in there challenging them, definitely been crazy, but he could have probably got a pick because again, that dude literally just ran in by himself. His teammates back here holding the angle. Isn't it weird how people are airport camping? Oh my God, would it have been a better idea to go to the desert to buy, like I had said? Probably. Was there a chance people camping there? Yeah. But that buy station is the least can't buy I've ever run into in my life in any game. People are hardly ever there because there's just not much shit there. All right, Professor goes down. Let's go see what our teammates are doing. Now, everyone's always like, Savage, how to get these lobbies? I'm on Central Standard. I'm in Central lobbies, so Central. And it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Monday. If you guys want these lobbies, play at 2 o'clock Central Standard on a Monday. Your sweat lobbies are usually between 5 and later. Unfortunately, I don't spectate and record videos in because I'm always streaming. So make sure you guys are checking me out on my live streams on Kick. I'll link that in the description below, as well as Twitch and here on YouTube. Also, don't forget to check out my Resurgence channel. It's been popping lately. All right, just a simple tip right here, guys. When you're parachuting, I get it. You don't want to break your ankles, and sometimes you'll mistime it. I understand. But you can't be ripping your chute that high off the ground. You got to get a little bit lower. Not to mention, they were not looking. When they were parachuting in, they didn't look. If they would have looked, they would have saw all of us coming towards them, and they would have positioned themselves better. But they didn't. They were blinded. Unless you get shot from inside a building where someone's hiding or something, there's really no reason you guys should get shot out the air when you're landing somewhere. Almost ever. Again, if someone's camping and watching you, sure. But if people are running under you and you just blindly land, you kind of deserve to die. I hate this. Actually, I don't hate to say it. I love to say it. You deserve it. And again, you know, some people are commenting, and I get it. Everyone likes the aggressive gameplays, the high kill gameplays. I like to learn from that. I get it. But there's baby steps to this shit, man. You guys are out there watching all of these high kill games, even the ones I spectate or play, and it's just like, it's fun and entertaining to watch, but there's really no valuable lessons from it because most of you guys can't replicate just the basics of these high kill games. In order to do that, we got to point out the dumbass mistakes that we all find ourselves making from time to time. Just some people make them more consistently than others, because they'll still catch me out there making some mistakes here and there. But again, it's all about trying to break those habits almost completely. Well, look at this. I don't know why we're coming to the tower. He may survive this jump, but he may not. And this is really a risky ass fucking jump. If we go down and we don't have a self-res, no one can res us. And even if we go down, there's a good chance when we res, we're gonna go down again. And on top of that, again, when we jump, we're a floating fucking target. Luckily, Professor does have smoke grenades. You got your boy Grand Mason rocking 5. He's not even looking on the right-hand side, which is really weird. A lot of fights going on. Green's in there getting the buy off, and we're not doing anything to help out. Not even looking, no support, no nothing. Okay, now we are. Again, as you're running, you can run and look to the side. You really can. You just have to, again, get in that habit and practice your controller. And guys, if you're struggling with multitasking on controller, I highly recommend checking out aim controllers, man. Look, I know I push this controller a lot, but a lot of you guys from the gameplay I see, you need this more than ever. So make sure you guys check this out. Utilize code SAVAGE at checkout for $55 off through the rest of the month of October. These controllers are bangers. You can change the face plates to whatever you want. You don't have to buy a whole other controller when you just want to change the look, and it's got a lifetime warranty on all modded parts. And a lot of people ask, you know, which controller is the best? I'm an Xbox fanboy, but their PlayStation 5 controller is by far the greatest. All right, so we have a sniper holding us. And again, this is really just kind of a bad spot. Smoke's in this situation, the only way we're going to survive. Unfortunately, everyone's down right now. Now, look, smoke's fading. We got to throw another smoke. We just threw out ammunition. Why are we not throwing smokes? Why are we getting loady too? Oh my God, we were prone crawling to try to get a shot off. Let me tell you guys this, if you're prone crawling sideways to get a shot on the enemy, you're doing it wrong. There is zero reason, zero. If you dare to challenge me, let me know in the comments. There's zero reason for you guys to ever prone crawl sideways to get a shot off, because as you're crawling, you can't see the enemy, but he can see your elbow, your forearm, your shoulder, and even some of your head and gun before you'll ever see him. That is ignorant. Don't do that. And here we are moving on to Jim the Fat Man. Very creative. Team's really not doing much. Now, I like the rooftop play. And honestly, this isn't a bad building, but I like the rooftop play. It's unfortunate he got shot. Now, look, if you're a player like this, you like to play high ground like myself, in pubs especially, I'm running high alert. I'll run bird's eye and ranked, but high alert in pubs because as I'm shooting at enemies, I want to know if some motherfucker's about to shoot me. All right, so look, Jim the Fat Man, name joking aside, he's got the strategy, bro. Playing the high ground, oh my God, playing the high ground and making sure that's a primary goal. He's got that understanding. Now, his aim, his reaction time are a little lacking, but compared to other players, he's really not that bad off. So he's ahead of most of the average players. But saying that, I'm not sure why he's still looking here. There may be a player here, but we really need to fucking worry about, yeah, the other ladder on the other side and the other building. Look at the terrain right now. There's 4 enemy teams. There's 1 team under us. Oh, there's multiple teams under us, and there's probably a team in that yellow building. But what we need to be doing right now is looking across the street to the right-hand side and making sure no one's out in the open, because these are some easy-ass kills we could be getting as a team. But no one, none of these guys are, finally, one guy, one teammate found a squad. And this is what I'm talking about. Everyone's so focused on the closest thing to you, and normally you're right. But if you're on the high ground and there's multiple enemy teams below you fighting, you need to really focus up on what you can kill. Not what's in the building under us that we can't see, but the guys that are actually out there vulnerable. But because of the delay, now they've been able to utilize smokes to close the gap and push the building. Well, unfortunately for this guy, he didn't. His team did, but he did not. Don't worry about him. Bro, the other guy is literally running in right now. Oh my God. Yeah, him. It's an easy kill we missed out on. I don't mind you shooting him a good shit, but wait for him to come lower and focus on the fight with somebody who's actually dangerous as fuck. And again, I think a lot of you players that watch, you guys are a lot better than most people spectate, can really relate to Jim the Fat Man in a lot of different ways. And again, having the high ground won them the game. But I do think they need to work on their target prioritization, right? They really should have focused on what was on the right-hand side first and killed those guys first. That way, they never would have pushed to the building and the fight could have been won sooner. Secondly, they would have got those kills instead of the enemy squads. And thirdly, once that team's dead, they can then focus what's under them because no one can shoot them from the outside, right? So even though it worked, again, that's just something to improve on. But guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe today. And again, thank you guys for all the views, the donations, the likes of the videos. It means the world to me, and I appreciate you guys supporting me in every way that you guys are and can to allow me to do this for a living. Y'all be good. Until next time, good luck in Warzone. You're gonna need it.